Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. Now I'm sure many of you guys have had pulled pork before, but how many of you guys have had pulled ham? That's what we're going to be smoking today. Stay tuned. All right, let's get started on our pulled ham. And I am starting with a 17-pound ham. Now this ham is not sliced, it's not cut. It's the entire back leg minus the bottom part of the hog. So I'm just gonna take this out of the package. All right, check out this beautiful ham right here. Again, this is not sliced. This is not cut whatsoever, and that's what you want because you cannot make pulled ham with a sliced ham. Now obviously, in order to have pulled ham, you have to start with the ham, and the only difference between a ham and a pork butt is that the hams have been cured. So we have a cured ham. This is fully cooked. You can actually cut this up, make yourself some cold ham sandwiches if you wanted to, but in order to get it to pull, we've got to get this really nice and tender, which means we've got to get the internal temperature to over 200 degrees in order, again, to get it to pull. So I was debating if I wanted a savory pulled ham or if I wanted a savory and sweet pulled ham. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure yet, but we are going to start with a savory ham, which means we got to season this. So just like pulled pork, I'm starting with a little bit of mustard. This is plain yellow mustard. The only reason we're using mustard is to get that rub to stick to the surface. All right, so the rub that I'm using for this ham is from PS Seasoning. This is their notorious PIG, and this is my all-time favorite pork rub, whether it's ribs, pork butt, or ham. This rub is fantastic. It's got a little bit of kick and also a little bit of sweetness. And again, this is a 17-pound ham, so make sure you season it with enough of this notorious PIG. Look at that, we got some red pepper flake right out of the gate. Oh yeah. All right, let's season the bottom side. And as you guys know, hams are usually pretty salty, so that's why I'm thinking I'm gonna add a little bit of sweetness, maybe make some kind of a glaze towards the end, but I will show you guys that here in a minute. All right, so I've got our ham nicely seasoned up. Now I'm gonna be smoking this ham overnight because I think it's gonna take a long time. Again, 17-pound ham, and we gotta get it to pull apart tender. So I'm gonna be smoking it overnight. Meanwhile, I'm gonna pop this in my fridge, clean up my smoker, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Stay tuned. All right, so it's just after midnight, and I've got my Lone Star Grill's pellet smoker running at 225 degrees. And on this cook, I'm gonna be using smoking pecan pellets. These pellets are made with 100% pecan shells, no fillers, no additives, no nothing but pecan shells themselves. So if you have a favorite pellet that you like to use when you smoke your barbecue, you can actually mix your pellet brand with the smoking pecan pellets to get more of a smoky flavor. I like to use these pellets 100% pure, and the smoke flavor is fantastic. But again, if you have a favorite pellet brand, you can actually mix your brand with the smoking pecan pellets, let's say 50-50, to get more of a smoke flavor on your barbecue. Check out the amount of smoke that you get with the smoking pecan pellets. I gotta tell you, there is no pellet on the market right now that will give you this kind of smoke. All right, let's load up our ham. And look at that, smoky, smoky, smoky. Look at that beautiful ham right there. It has been sitting in my fridge for about 4 hours. And as you can see right here, I did place the ham on this sheet right here. Now these sheets are used for pizza, but I like to use them inside of my smoker. And this allows me to go ahead and spin that ham in the event I need to. I mean, check out this amount of smoke, guys. This is insane amount of smoke. So I'm gonna smoke this ham low and slow, 225 degrees overnight. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Stay tuned. All right, and just like that, it's the very next morning, and our ham has been smoking for 9 hours. Let's take a look at it and get an internal temperature. Oh my goodness, look at that. Check that out, guys. Does that ham look amazing or what? Let's get an internal temperature and see where we're at. Right smack in the middle. We're sitting at 129 degrees. I'm gonna treat this like a pork butt. I'm gonna let it go up a few more degrees, probably 160 degrees. Once it hits that, I'm gonna come back and wrap it up so it gets nice and tender. Stay tuned. All right, so the ham has been smoking for 10 hours, and I just checked the temperature, and it only went up 10 degrees in 2 hours. So I think I'm gonna wrap a little bit sooner But before I do that, I'm gonna melt some butter. I got 2 sticks of butter. I've got this cast iron pot right here. Just gonna drop a couple sticks of butter in there. Look at that ham. Is that looking beautiful or what? So I'm just gonna place the pot in here. We're gonna wrap it as soon as that butter melts. Stay tuned. All right, so the butter should be melted by now, and I've been looking for an excuse to use these awesome meat claws from Dow Strong. These are some serious barbecue tools right here. If you guys are interested in getting these, check out the link down inside the description box. Let's go ahead and pull out that ham. Look at that. These claws came in clutch. I gotta tell you, this ham is looking amazing. We're getting some pullback from that bone right there. Smelling absolutely amazing as well. So I've got my melted butter right here. Just gonna pour it over the top of the ham. Look at that. Does that look amazing or what? All right, so the reason that I use butter on this ham is number 1, the flavor. That butter flavor is gonna be amazing on this ham. And number 2, that butter is also gonna baste this ham once I cover it up in foil. All right, let's cover it up. Probably gonna need 2 pieces of foil. All right, so at this point, I'm gonna increase the temperature on the smoker to 275. We're gonna wait for this ham to get really nice and tender, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so we're at the 12-hour mark. Let's take a look at our ham, see what it's looking like. Lift up this foil. Oh my goodness, look at that. It is falling apart already. Let's get an internal temperature here. Sitting at 177 degrees. And you know what? It's starting to fall apart. Look at this. It is falling apart already. All right, so I'm gonna make a real simple glaze for our ham. We've got 2 sticks of butter, 1/4 cup of brown sugar. So I'm gonna be using half a jar of pineapple preserves, which is about 9 ounces. All right, I'm gonna put our glaze in the smoker, let for that to melt, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so it's been about 30 minutes. Let's take a look at this ham and see if our glaze is melted. Gotta tell you, this ham is looking spectacular. It is super tender. We're sitting at 183 degrees internal, about 189 in other parts. So this is looking really good. Give our glaze a really good mix right here. That butter, the pineapple preserves, and that brown sugar. All right, let's pour it over our ham. Look at that. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm gonna slide the ham back in. I'm thinking another hour or so, and this ham is gonna be ready. I will see you guys inside. Stay tuned. All right, so the ham is ready, and the total cook time was 14.5 hours, and it has been resting for 1 hour, and that took a very long time. But again, we started with a 17-pound ham, and that was expected. Now, you guys will have to excuse the background noise because we are fixing up our Thanksgiving dinner. But let's unwrap this ham and see what it looks like. Oh my goodness. All right, so I turned off the smoker when the internal temperature of the ham hit 190 degrees because it was really tender. And I just let it sit right there in the smoker while the smoker powered down. So again, it has been resting for 1 hour. And I gotta tell you, it looks and smells absolutely amazing. Check out, these bones are slipping right out of the ham. Look at that. Let's see how easy it's gonna shred. Look at this. It is coming apart. It's really tender. All right, so I'm just gonna grab some of this ham and shred it right into this bowl right here. And look at this. It's still nice and juicy as well. Smells amazing. Look at this. It's had some of this amazing bark on there as well. I'm gonna grab some of the juices from the pan and pour it over this pulled ham right here. Look at that. Give this a good mix. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Look at that. Does that look amazing or what? All right, guys, check out this awesome smoked and pulled ham. Looks and smells amazing. Let's give it a taste. All right, let's give this pulled ham a try. Look at those beautiful colors, a little bit of that bark, shredded roughly just the way I like it. I'm gonna grab me a nice barky piece Here we go. All right, guys, so as far as the flavor, this ham is super smoky. It's got an amazing flavor. It tastes like ham, but the flavor is amplified probably 10 times better than plain ham. This stuff is amazing. All right, guys, I think this pulled ham is going to change the way we have ham during the holidays. You can definitely have it on the plate next to your turkey and your sides and stuff, but I'm going to make myself a sandwich. And no, I don't need any dressing, no mayo, no coleslaw, no nothing. Plain old shredded ham. Look at that. Let's give this a taste. Look at this, guys. I'm telling you, man, the flavor is out of this world amazing. This is a heck of a sandwich. Here we go. So the key to turning up the flavors on this pulled ham is to save some of your juices and pour some of those juices over your pulled ham. You will not regret it. The flavor is absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this pulled ham video. If this is your first time to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit BBQ. See ya.